What's up, boys and girls? Brennan Myers here, and you guessed it, today we're going to be hitting on the subject of how to build a big upper chest. Not only am I going to tell you how to and the little secrets that you need to know about hitting them with only bodyweight training, but you're also going to learn some ultimate exercises to really target this upper pec muscle. So when working the chest, you're also working other muscles, as we know. Whenever you're doing a type of push-up, because it's bodyweight training, we can't really isolate the muscle so much. So when you are doing a specific chest exercise, say a push-up, we're working our triceps, our anterior delts, our rhomboids, our traps, and you can tell by fully extending that elbow joint. Also, when you depress and retract your scapulas, then you're really focusing on those rhomboids and traps, and that's where a lot of people get it all wrong. They think that when you're doing a push-up, you're only isolating your chest. That's incorrect. So what should you really understand about this exercise to hit upper pecs? Well, you need your shoulder joint to be at around 135 degrees. And what I mean by that is you don't want it to be right in front of you. You don't want it to be over your head. You don't want your shoulder joint to be completely flexed. It's kind of in the middle of that area, and that's where you're really gonna see your upper pec being worked the most. And now, I'm gonna tell you a couple exercises that you can be doing with this 135 degree rule of the shoulder joint. And one of them is the assisted handstand push-up. And you see me talk about and use this exercise all the time within my chest workouts. And it's great to really target the upper pec. And because it's a little bit easier, what I want you guys to do, obviously because it's bodyweight training, is increase those reps a little bit. So you might be able to do 10 to 13 reps, still working on the hypertrophy range, building that size of that muscle. But that will help you really get that upper chest burning enough to see results in the future. Also, you're gonna be hitting Hindu push-ups. This is where you're going to be isolating that upper pec a little bit more when you're going down into the movement of that push-up position, going into that almost practice planche push-up position that I always show you in other exercises. And then finally, we're going to be going into the lateral assisted handstand push-ups, this is going to more isolate one side of the pec than the other, and it's kind of like a one-arm pull-up or a one-arm push-up. But now, because of our positioning, we're also going to be hitting that upper chest. I mean, of course, you're going to be hitting that anterior delt and those traps a little bit as well, and those triceps, but we're trying to isolate that upper pec as much as possible. So with this exercise, you're going to be doing so for the most part, right? So hopefully you guys understand what I'm talking about with the whole video. To hit upper chest and to build that size, you need to be focusing on these types of exercises and making sure that your shoulder joint is around 135 degrees. And what I mean by that is that flexion of that shoulder joint. It's not all the way up and it's not all the way out in front of you. It's kind of in the middle, okay? So whenever you're doing any of the exercises, as I said about the assisted handstand push-up, you want to stay in the range of 10 to 13 reps. Doing this, you will start to see a lot more results. And of course, volume is important, as I always speak about with bodyweight training, because you don't really have a resistance. So increase that volume by doing sets of 4 to 6, and then work your chest muscle 3 times per week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, with 2 days rest on the weekend, okay? So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. I'm Brendan. Give me a thumbs up for the video if you enjoyed everything I talked about. Hit that like button. I love you guys. I love your support, and I'll see you guys soon.